Let's just get this over with. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare story, it's not bad, but it's certainly not good either. In other words, it isn't the worst Call of Duty game made in more recent years, but it certainly isn't the best either. As many of you know, when this trailer was released, it was the most liked and disliked Call of Duty trailer on YouTube. Now, I had high hopes going into this game, since it was made by the people who made the Modern Warfare series, Infinity Ward. Now, those were some good Call of Duty games. You had your boots on the ground, familiar guns that were real and I could actually recognize, and likable characters like Soap and Captain Price. But instead, when I got into this game, I received the exact opposite. I couldn't even name half the characters aboard the Retribution, and frankly the ones I do remember were all generic, boring characters. Except Ethan. He was cool, I guess. This campaign was an absolute letdown from the start. The gameplay was atrocious, the whole strike mission things were all very similar. The game advertised jackal fighting as one of its highlights, but the controls were so easy and basic to use and got very boring quickly. It became more of a nuisance to do jackal missions than a pleasure. The game also gives you two types of enemies, robots and humans, and I hated the fact that I had to fight robots in that game. I know it's a futuristic game, and you have to fight robots and humans, but honestly, I expect from Call of Duty games that I'll be fighting humans. It's Call of Duty for crying out loud, not freaking Titanfall 2. If I wanted to fight robots, I would go play Titanfall. The one thing that's keeping me from giving this campaign a 0 out of 10 would be the visuals. Now, I know every new game has great graphics, but Infinity Ward really did capture the whole space setting. There were times where I really did feel like I was the commander of a spaceship, and it reminded me that at times of Star Trek or even Star Wars. Planets look visually stunning, especially Mars. They were just great. And the attention to detail was really noticeable in places like the Bridge of the Retribution, or also inside facilities. You could interact with the crew or even go sit down and watch the news if you really wanted to. I mean, overall, I guess I give the campaign a 4 out of 10. Infinite Warfare had a lot of potential for this, especially to be good, but somehow Infinity Ward managed to screw this one up and make it a mess. Whenever I would load up the campaign, I found it to be more of a chore to play than to sit down and relax. And honestly, no good game should make its players feel as if it's a chore to finish the story. And as you can see right now, I was doing one of the strike missions, and they're all repetitive. It's you go fly around, take out some jackals, or you fly in and board a ship. And next thing you know, you're taking out enemies, stealing info, and so no, it's just not that good. The guns are so boring and generic. It's a mess. It's not that hard either, too. The game almost makes it too easy for you. But like you can see, the visuals are nice. It does look decent, I'll give it that, but a lot of the same scenarios where you fly onto a ship, you gotta, in this case, you're hacking a thing, you gotta defend it, steal whatever intel, kill whoever, then you gotta escape through defying odds of enemies. It's quite a mess, honestly. Now the multiplayer is, it's even worse. It's past of the few Call of Duty multiplayers. This one relies solely on reaction time and who has the faster firing gun. Before I get into that, let me rattle this off. Why I don't care about a backstory for multiplayer. I just want to get into the game and start shooting people. I don't want to have to freaking listen to this guy, whoever the fuck this guy's name is, ramble on forever. I remember back in the good old games where you would just go in, set up a class, and just start playing. Now there's a whole freaking backstory about mercenaries. Who cares about that? I just want to shoot people. Anyways, I miss the old CODs where you could use pretty much any gun and do well. Nowadays, you have to use submachine guns just so you have a better chance of getting kills. Not even a good chance, you're just a slight bit better. And I know I get it, Call of Duty is becoming more and more a fast-paced shooter, but I prefer the old Call of Duty when it was back in its old roots. The multiplayer offers a wide variety of weapons, from pistols to snipers to light machine guns. And like I said earlier, if you actually want to have a positive KD, or kill-death ratio, you have to use submachine guns. It's really impossible to get kills with any other gun because people will already be there. They'll be shooting you before you shoot them in most situations, and any gun you're using that isn't an SMG or a fast-firing rifle, you're dead pretty much. Jeez. The fact that Call of Duty has made the style of gameplay so one-sided, it really shows why they're losing players. All the good Call of Duties that had, a strong, loyal fan base, were good because the maps weren't that complicated. The guns were, you could do well with pretty much any gun, for instance. I remember back in, Modern Warfare, 2 or 3, I could use, I don't know, the Scar H or any other kind of shotgun or pistol, or even a sniper for crying out loud, and I could still do well. And another thing is, I think the whole exosuit crap is what's turning off some of the players. They tried it once in, whatever that was, oh god. Is it Infinite? No, this is Infinite Warfare. See, they all sound the same, too. I think it was Advanced Warfare, was it? Yeah, you can already tell, I don't remember it because I didn't like it whatsoever. That game was so much worse than this, but they just had to keep the whole, exosuit jumping and boosting around. That's just not fun. Like I said earlier, if I wanted to play a jumping around, fast-paced shooter, I'd play Titanfall. And that's why nowadays you see more people go over to Battlefield if they want more fast-paced action, because it's always boots on the ground. The guns are pretty straightforward, and you could do well with any gun if you're in the right situation, which I guess applies to this too. But in reality, it's not the same. Anyways, also the freaking loot box system, Infinity Ward, why? Just get rid of it. It's not worth it. It's so stupid. You could pull 1,000 of these and all you're gonna get is commons for days, and you'll get the one, I don't know, rare skin that for a gun you don't even use. It's stupid. If you can see this one, I got a freaking tiger skin for a pistol. I had to go out of my way to use the pistol in a round to see it, and I got my shit pushed in. It was stupid, and the fact that they put the whole loot crate system into Modern Warfare Master, that's a disgrace. That's a punch to the dick. Why would you do that? That game was so good, and you decided to ruin it with this. Freaking microtransactions don't make the game better. I can go on and on about that, but I got a list to go through here. Also, the whole map designs, they're all bad too. There's 1 or 2 decent maps, and everyone will vote for them, so you're going to be playing these maps 100 times, so to the point where it's drilled into your mind where to go, and then it's not fun. And all the other boring maps get, rejected into existence. All in all, I give the multiplayer a 3 out of 10. It was just not good. I expected so much better.
Does anybody know the safety word?
And then, let me get to the last part of this, is the zombies. Zombies in this game, it's a meme. And don't get me wrong, in the bad way, I think it's fun. And don't be mad at me, but I liked it. The characters were, they're all generic characters from the 80s. You got your nerd, jock, diva, and the rapper guy. But I liked all their personalities, and they're all fun to play as. Especially, I liked all the little details where if you were playing as a nerd, your melee was a little slap. It was pretty funny. I liked it. And I think a big perk to this is that you can actually play the arcade games in the amusement park. That was really cool when I first started doing it. Of course, I died multiple times, but it's a lot of fun. And there's the whole, you can earn tickets and stuff, in actual arcade, and you can go exchange them in for, guns and stuff, and ammo. That's pretty cool. I like that. And the zombies are all, they replaced the hellhounds with the clowns, which I find is a bit more scary, because I don't like clowns, but I thought that was cool. They were really creative with this one. I'll give them that. The colors were all bright and vibrant like you'd expect from an 80s kind of game. And it just looked all around nice. Not to mention you could ride a freaking roller coaster. That was really cool too. And all in all, I think this is one of the better zombies made in recent years. Expect me to get 1,000 dislikes for saying that, but I liked it. The story wasn't really like, it wasn't great. I'm not saying because of the story, but I'm saying because it's one of those games you can sit back and have fun with a bunch of friends. I mean, sure, you have a little tiny little Easter egg to work on, but all the more recent Call of Duty, especially like the Black Ops 3 CODs, they're so story heavy based where it's like, I just want to shoot zombies, dude. I have to focus so much on the story, and it's just not fun. I like to just sit back, run around, shoot zombies, and in this case play these stupid little arcade games, which are just as fun. I mean, for all the praise I'm giving it, I guess if I were to have one gripe, I don't know why they went and renamed all the perks. That was kind of stupid in my opinion. I like Juggernaut. That was a good game, and Speed Cola. But now they replace it with Tough Enough. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. It's a pretty common saying. I mean, hold on, I'll give this Zombies a 7 out of 10. It's fun, it's pretty good. I'll give them that. It's a good game. But at the same time, it's just not like freaking, it's not amazing. It's not like World at War Zombies when it first dropped. That was where everyone was hooked on that. This game, for the most part, it's a major letdown. Everyone knows, everyone bought this game just because they wanted to get Modern Warfare Remastered. That's the reason I bought it. And then the person who bought it would say, I might as well play it because I already spent $80 on the bundle there, so I might as well see what it's like at least. And I'm pretty sure everyone would agree with me. They're pretty disappointed for the most part. Some people might like things that I disliked and vice versa, but that's everyone's open opinion. The campaign has very lackluster scenes and gameplay, and the plot doesn't hook the player for the most part. And the multiplayer is so submachine gun based and requires everyone to have such a high reaction time in order for them to be successful. Like, that's not fun. The Zombies game mode, it's different, but you know, this alone can't save the game from its final score, but I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. Like, you can live without this one. If you really want Modern Warfare Remastered, I would wait. I think they're going to probably sell it on its own. But regardless, thanks for watching. Leave a comment below expressing your opinions, and make sure to subscribe for more.